Hey, welcome to the Relate.Online podcast. I'm your host, Dan Gummo, and Relate is here to make relationships awesome. So sometimes we'll talk about the skills that you learn or specific problems in relationships or maybe how to deal with personal growth. But we also like to try to help with how do you make good relationships great and how do you have a lot of fun? And so as part of that being our story, I was like, I had this great date with my partner for Valentine's Day, and we should really talk about it. And so over the years, I've had my share of rough relationships, but I've gotten quite a bit better. So in this date, there's 3 things that I want you to notice that I try to do, and I hope that you're able to use it in your relationship or, on your first hot dates. So one of the key things that I've learned from paying attention to couples therapy is that one of the steps of doing couples therapy is to connect with the honeymoon period. So what you'll see later is there'll be a couple times where I kind of went back to the beginning of our relationship, right? When everything was kind of new and we're all kind of nervous. Second, there needs to be a sense of excitement, right? Because if this is boring and this is the same old thing, then why feel a lot of emotions about it, right? Nobody wants to be in a relationship to be bored. So find a way to make it exciting. But the problem with excitement is the relationship always has to be safe. A person isn't going to want to be intimate either emotionally or physically if they don't feel safe, right? And there's a maxim that Steve told me. Steven's our director, Steven Dromgold here at Relate. He said the number one factor in how happy people are with relationships is how much the lady trusts the man. So before you try to do some of the things that I do in this state, there needs to be a hearty sense of trust. And if you're not sure if there is trust, you should probably talk about it. So that being said, my partner Bri, she does her own work and she has a website called The Circle, TheCirkel.us, and she does African dance stuff and she makes jewelry and she's artistic, and so she's kind of trying to find her own way in the social media world. So we took the opportunity to go together, and anyway, I think she's wonderful. So I hope you all enjoy this story, a little bit of my life, and I hope you can find ways to take it and make it part of yours. We're doing something different. Last time we talked about sex and pornography addiction, and the time before that we talked about men's issues. This podcast is about relationships, so this is Bri. She's my partner. She's my relationship. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Bri. I work with The Circle. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah. So her group, your website is The Circle. TheCirkel.us. And she can be found on TikTok, and she can be found on Facebook, and she does 2 things. She teaches dance. And she also makes jewelry like these earrings, which are her creation.
Yes, I do.
So her details will be located below. So that being said, one of the things that I have learned doing this relationship stuff, because I used to suck at it, but we're doing better, is that in order to make relationships great, things have to be both safe and exciting at the same time. So one of the challenges we have as men is, how do I create an exciting experience that I know she'll like? So one of the things that I did for Valentine's Day is I created a Valentine's Day date of 30 3-minute dates.
I like how you put the pause there.
Well, you have to, because there's a comma, and if you don't hear the comma, then it doesn't make sense. It's like, what, a 33-minute date? No, that doesn't work, right? Or she thought we were going to have one date every day for 30 days.
Yeah, which I'm like, wow. Oof.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and Bri and I both agreed that for our values, we really value experiences. And so the day of Valentine's Day, I got out our radio. I put on some, romantic music and connected to YouTube. And I got a set of cards like this, and I wrote on them 30 ideas that took about 3 minutes each. And then we ran through it. And to get started, I poured us a glass of wine, put on the music. I had a little bit of a snack, right? Because, hunger is a real thing. Don't want any of that. Because, when you're hungry, you sure aren't affectionate. Okay, so here we go. So one of the first ones we pulled was something called Fait Accompli, which is drinking in the garden. And it was a bottle of champagne that had rhubarb and hibiscus in it. And it was just yummy and tasty.
It was.
So we had some of that. Oh, here's another one. I'll even show a little picture of this. Bri loves puzzles. So I found a puzzle that was called just a picture of the United States, and we travel all the time.
This was so thoughtful of you.
Well, I don't personally love puzzles, but Bri and her family do. And so, so we spent a few minutes putting together a puzzle, and I'll show you a little snapshot of that. Oh, okay, this is a fun one. Oh, where did it go? I'm going to come back to it because I don't know where the other half of it is yet. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. A caricature. Draw your partner. Luckily, Bri pulled this one because my drawings are not great, and she's an artist, which, you can see it on the video. It's pretty obvious. She drew me. This is what I look like.
Apparently.
It's not too far off, I don't think. And so, it was really fun. It took more than 3 minutes, but we gave her a little extra time.
Got a nice shoulder there.
And this is what I look like when she had her eyes closed doing it.
Yeah, really, really bad. Much better.
So, the next one was a horror movie, and it says, Drink the Severed Line. Now, to be fair, neither Bri nor I like horror movies. It's not our thing. But there's a water company called Liquid Death, and they have a flavor called Severed Lime. It's a play on words with limb, but Severed Lime. And we both like soda water, so we drank it. And I thought it was kind of funny because she's like, wait, we're going to watch a horror movie? Oh, no, we're drinking
I was
water.
a little worried for a second.
Okay. Oh, this one was really sweet. This was actually one of the first ideas I had and made this 33-minute dates work, was dance to Elvis's I Can't Help Falling in Love. So we slow danced all around our little hotel room.
In love with you.
No, you. You don't.
You.
Me!
It's a good song.
Okay. So, in honor...
He's got some excellent dance skills. He just doesn't want to admit it.
I'm what you call regressing to the mean because she's the... The next one is a California staycation. I got us some cheap wine and some little boxes, and we're going to sit in the couch. And this is an homage to coronavirus. And, we happen to be in California. That was the other part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, this one was hysterical. We used Minion language to tell each other a story.
Oh, boy.
Bri's better at doing Minions than I am. But, it's just all hibbery-jibbery nonsense.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, here you go.
Ooh, I like this one.
I did. I did a masquerade ball, and we're flirting with each other to Chris Isaac's Wicked game. I'll play a little bit of that. Did you just make your eyebrows flutter? Eyelashes flutter?
It looks redonkulous.
Indeed. Okay, so you can keep that on if you want.
Okay.
All right. Fabulous, darling. The next one was Unstable Unicorns. 2 minutes, one person play out the unicorn. The problem was we don't have unstable unicorns. We have exploding kittens. What do I know? And then surprise, surprise, it makes noise.
But it's broken.
So anyway, the card we pulled was when a trans-dimensional litter box materializes. When I go poo in the wormhole of 1,000 possibilities, I will break the known universe. It's pretty hysterical. And so anyway, we got to tell stories about cats in litter boxes. Going crazy.
How the universe... Oh gosh, what was the story about? Like, okay,
If
so
you
I made
stare
some
too long into
crazy
your feces.
story about Yes, species and the universe. Maybe some drugs.
Maybe some.
It was a wild story we came up with.
That's what happens when you think about cat poop too much.
Wow.
Oh, this one was cute. So Bri loves Disney. And being with Bri is kind of like being a Disney prince because she's a Disney princess in a human body. But we watched the movie Land Before Time. I remember being a little kid watching it and always being sad because all the dinosaurs were dying. So we watched the trailer for it. 2 minutes. Good 2 minutes.
Cute.
She made her happy. Ooh, this one was really silly. Salsa with salsa. I made sure we ate salsa.
Words.
We danced to salsa. We ate salsa. it's probably not fun for 2 hours, but it is for 3 minutes.
I'm only taking this off because it's sparkly all over the place. Getting
So-
on my pants.
The next one is Tell a Dirty Story.
Oh boy.
Bri, do you remember a story you told me?
Yeah, about dirt.
Yeah, about a boy and a girl playing in the dirt. And I said, hey Bri, what's brown and sticky? And you said...
I probably said feces again.
A stick. Okay.
Oh, I fell for it again. What the heck?
Winning life, one dad joke at a time. The next one is we did the chicken dance. We couldn't remember how it went. Oh yeah, it was
I need to look that one up.
But then we couldn't remember like
Is it the arms
or the little
beak? We couldn't think of that on spot.
But then it goes da na na na
And he gets in a circle.
na.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, anyways, lovely.
Well, the next one was lovely. We slow dance to a wonderful world.
Complete different dance styles. Lovely.
I was thinking Louis Armstrong's, but it was not that. So when the YouTube song came up,
What a wonderful
it was not that song, but it was hysterical.
Yes. It was a very unique song. I've never heard of it.
On a side note, everyone, my mom asked if Bri would come to her house and be the Easter bunny for my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
Wonder why that came. Okay.
Wait, what?
I wonder where that idea came from.
Where did it come from?
It was her. You would make a natural great Easter bunny.
Oh.
Disney princess, Easter
I'll
bunny
take the
skills.
compliment.
The next one was pet a dog. I pulled it, so Bri acted like a dog. So she pet it a little bit, and she wiggled her little bushy tail and ran around. It was nice fun.
Oh.
The next one was to give a massage.
Mm.
I really enjoyed those 2.5 minutes. Okay, the next one is just more silliness. It was a yoga pose contest.
It was very pleasing to just think of what you were about to do. It was like, ooh, what's Dan about to do? And you get some very interesting poses. I was shocked.
Well, I've been doing my yoga.
One of them was very unique.
Happy baby. If you know happy baby, you lay on your back, you hold your feet. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Next. Oh, we did Christmas caroling.
Ta.
We sang White Christmas, Bing Crosby.
Oh boy.
I've been dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yeah, we were definitely off tune, but
Well, we never said you had to sing well to do
with
this.
a little bit of wine in hand, it was lovely.
And I really appreciate how Bri got all the ones that are kind of dirty. Push your partner on the wall and kiss their neck.
So I didn't let him see that card, and I just did it. And he's like, whoa, hang on.
She is a little bit shorter than I am and has a strong center of gravity. And I got thrown around. Mm-hmm. And she got the next one. She got a foot massage. She really liked it.
Yes.
I should have asked her to take off her socks she was wearing all day beforehand, but what are you gonna do? Okay, next one is be Scottish, drink whiskey.
Yeah.
One of us likes whiskey more than the other.
I'm not in love with it.
I was there to
But-
support her.
The idea of having fun with it is just, I don't know, this whole thing was just very fun. I enjoyed it.
Apparently, we're still talking about it a month later.
Well, I just loved how you just like put together things that I love and things that I like to do, and also a few things that you like
Mm-hmm.
and maybe want.
One of the things, like I said, excitement and safety. So doing things that she knows she likes, that she can trust, that she'll enjoy, but also exciting, not knowing what's going to happen. So my buddy Steve, one of the things that he said is, how do you seduce your lover for 50 years? And one of the things he suggests is you make a list of things that you each like or you want to do or try sometimes. And then be like, okay, Bri, where's your list? I get the list and say, all right, I'm going to do one of these tonight. She doesn't know which one until we do it. But so she has all this time to build up the excitement and enjoyment, but she also feels safe because she knows what it's going to be. Yeah.
Within my boundaries.
Within her boundaries. So apparently, folks, she's totally willing to have a foot massage.
And some other things.
She gets my neck. And the next one was a sauna with wine.
I was surprised you were able to pull that one off. I wouldn't have thought about that.
So you can see through the back of the card a little bit, so I knew what was coming. And I was like, hold on a moment. And I ran to the bathroom, and I turned on the shower as hot as it would go.
I thought you was going to make a poop.
Because folks, nothing's more romantic than a well-timed poop. But, alas, I came right back.
You did, which surprised me. I was like, what? You only took 2 seconds?
Yeah. So, folks, if you're going to drink wine in a shower, always use plastic. We did not have that problem this time, but that is a learned life experience. And so...
Oh, man.
So, this one was fun.
It's going to be a story for another time.
Now, what was super convenient is the very next card is Dress Your Partner. And I pulled it right as we got out of the sauna, which is convenient because she needed to wear clothes. So, yeah, I was like, how about your pajamas? She's like, okay,
yeah,
that works.
That works.
I thought it was going to be something completely different. I was thinking about, how, oh, I'm going to dress you up and put,
a tie on your head.
Lipstick
and
or
underwear
something.
on the outside.
Underwear on your head. Okay, now the next one was a little dirty. It was kiss or lick your partner head to toe. For your imagination. Oh, the next one was really cute. It was mindfully hold hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Well, because some of the old experiences, you put your hands up and you just kind of feel how the other person feels, and then you let the body language communicate to the person. Very sweet. Aw, this one is lay on the bed and listen to Elton John.
Did you get that one last?
It was our very last one.
It was.
Now, what was special about this is after Bri and I became a little serious, we had a night where we just hung out. And we hung out in my bed and we're listening to music. And for whatever reason, we sat and listened to Elton John. And it was lovely. And so we just sat in the bed and listened to Elton John until we went to bed. Okay, now this one is pure child. She did not love it. I thought it was hysterical. So sometimes I eat frozen blueberries instead of ice cream. And, healthy option. But it has the downside to make your mouth turn blue. So what we did is we did selfies with blueberries. So
frozen blueberries.
Oh yeah, because they have to be frozen. So we each took a couple bites of blueberries, chomp, 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 took a picture, and yeah, silly stuff.
Oh boy.
Okay. Now, next one is balloons. Balloons. Oh, I lost a balloon.
Oh.
Balloons. Somehow they lasted for a whole month. And yeah, they've been sitting here. And what was really fun about it is for at least the first 2 weeks after it, every night Bri would collect up all the balloons and put them in a pile in the middle of the floor. And so if you know a Bri's are kind of like cats, and they like to sleep, and they certainly don't like mornings. And so she would wake up in the morning and just kick all the balloons around, and apparently it made you happy.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It gave me a reason to get up in the morning other than going to work.
Sad times.
Yeah.
Next one, a staring contest. Loser gets tickled. I lost hard.
This was a horrible thing, though, because out of both of us, there's only one of us that is ticklish. Anyways,
Okay.
I was just thinking, well, if I lose, then I'm going to get tickled. If I win, I can't tickle you.
My
I
feet.
tried so hard.
She did. She probably used the whole 3 minutes just trying to tickle me.
He was like, haha.
Okay.
Anyways, keep going.
So I think one of the things that was important about this whole activity was I was trying to build sexual tension without being forcibly or intentionally or overtly sexual.
Huh.
I mean, that was my intention.
Yeah.
I don't know how well I did. Because, everybody has different places, different days. I don't know where...
I had some thoughts.
I didn't know where Bri's moods were going to be that night, so I didn't want to do anything to... whatever.
Yeah.
So, this is the last card, and the last card is make out like it's your first time. Now, I was thinking make out like it was our first time, and she took it as make out like as the first time you ever made out.
Ever. Like, maybe high school for a lot of people.
I looked her in the eyes, and she was like, I'm scared.
Wow. Yep. That happened.
So, folks, that's 30 dates right there. Done. So, thanks for taking some time. I am going to type these up, and if you click the link below, you can actually then just print it out and use it for your own. Clearly, this is not a super complicated activity, and I would encourage you to, fill in the blanks with things that are appropriate for your relationship. And I really think one of the things that's important to know is there's no reason relationships can't be fun and exciting in an ongoing way.
Yeah. In case no one mentioned, I really enjoyed that night. It was lovely.
She actually enjoyed it enough that we did the date, and then a week later I was like, you know what? We could do a little video on this. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, people would find it interesting. And we did. We sat down and we did a whole video.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally deleted it.
I don't know how, but...
Well, yeah, I did it. My bad. And she enjoyed it enough that she was actually willing to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for visiting. And you can catch her at The Circle, which is spelled THESIRKEL.US. And my stuff's linked below. And take care. What did you think? I really liked it. We had a great time that night. Over a couple hours to just relax and be together as if like we were seeing the whole world and there's no one else around. So, one other thing that I did to really just let the goodness of the date kind of linger is I let the balloons sit around. I also left the mask here and the cards. Bri loves greeting cards. So the cards that I wrote on, I just let them sit there and she can do what she wants. And, using a little bit of power of psychology here. So the idea is that we associate things, right? So balloons and cards and masks, they're just around our space. So whenever she sees them, they're associated with a good time. So anyway, that's the end of today's story. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I'd love to know what you think about it. And I'd also love to hear some ideas of things that you'd like to hear about. So let me know, and everyone take care. This is the Relate.Online podcast, and I'm your host, Dan Gummo.